Peace. Happy now. And now is the vibrate. The rate at which we're vibing right now. Just some people like, he's happy. Peace. Peace. Want to speak on following your intuition for psychic readings, for psychic insight. And what I mean by that, I had situations where, you know, you growing into your intuition, you know, all this psychic stuff, and you like, matter of fact, you kind of wondering if you're crazy and wondering if you're not. You're back and forth out of those stages, and you know, and like you're getting intuitive readings, but your logic telling you, well, maybe this person is my friend, and they not gonna do, you know. And speaking of that, that's what I wanted to get into about like really following your intuition and not your logic. And and now you're getting to this point too, which is just the realness of it. And it's not like you don't trust your friends, or you know you don't trust the friends, people you're around, whatever you want to call it. You know what I'm saying? It's not that you don't trust your friends, your family, you know, your loved ones, things of this nature. But it gets to a point as somebody with psychic abilities where you have to move out of the logic of, oh, well, this my family, they wouldn't do anything to harm me. Like you kind of got to move away from that logic and just start keeping it real and follow your intuition. You know, follow that intuitive voice, that right brain. You know what I'm saying? Because I had a situation where I came across some people, you know, and I felt the vibe from them that was uneasy. But as I felt the vibe, and it's the thing, and showing you how this worked. And as soon as I did it, I saw the insanity in what I did. Because here it is that my intuition, strong source, everything in the universe, is powerful insight tells me like, some kind of, you know, funny or fishy. But then here I go with my logic. Well, but nah, you know this, and instantly I caught myself. I'm like what the, almost like what the fuck you doing? Like, didn't your intuition just fucking tell you? You know what I'm saying? Like, and here it is, you just fucking blatantly leapfrogging the information when your intuition just told you. And then, and another insight I got right after that, and then you're gonna be sitting around crying about my spirit guides don't talk to me. Why my spirit guides don't talk to me? You know what I'm saying? And it's because you don't listen to that voice. You don't take that intuitive insight. You know, you let the logic block it out. You let the logic analyze the situation and block out your psychic abilities. You know what I'm saying? I always bring up the reason why women are more, you find women depicted as psychics more, whether it's on movies. Matter of fact, sure, you find them more in real life. You know what I'm saying? It's because they're not in that left brain masculine way of you know, of consciousness. You know what I'm saying? They're in that right brain consciousness, so they allow their emotions to flow better. And by allowing your emotions, because the emotional system is in essence your intelligence system, you know, with your spirituality. So they follow and allow for their emotions to flow better, so they get, you know, real and better insights, because they're not, well, I don't know, but logically, you know, so and so wouldn't do that to, so, you know, like the left brain just like just throws mud on the track, you know. But it's about just first, like the first intuitive insight you catch. So, and that's what reason why I'm saying this too, because, you know, you might just, what crazy example, like where you go around somebody, might be your family, might be your mom. I'm gonna throw just a crazy one out there. Your mama, and you feel the vibe or voice like, uh, like I hope my son doesn't. And this is completely hypothetical because it's not my situation. Nobody I know of. Like, you know, your mom sitting there like, you know, I hope my son don't make it. You know, just for craziness. This is it. I hope my son don't. And you feel that. But then, say for instance, you just felt that, and your intuition, like, bro, your mom over here, like wishing down, talk. And then that's when the logic kick in. Not my mom, not the woman who I was taught that's supposed to take care of me all my life, and you know, and line this and logic here and straight line here, and logic and analyze logic, and it's just like taking you away. Well, in all reality, yes, your mama was really, wishing bad upon you, but because of your left brain logic, you can't peep the game, you know what I'm saying? You can't see what it is for what it is because your logic getting there and going with what you're taught. That's why you see like it's about deprogramming your brain and then reprogramming, cuz that left brain gonna always hop in there if you don't deprogram yourself to get into your right brain more and to get out of that logic, because that logic is what takes you away from your spiritual gifts in that sense. It's always personified. I always bring that up in DMT trips and psychedelics. It's like it gets nauseated and awkward whenever you're trying to analyze and bring logic into that spiritual situation, because it's trying to tell you and show you, like, message. Being spiritual and connected is not dealing with your logic and your left brain. Like, like the European society, came up with that, where Christianity now they just dislike women, for some reason, they took the woman out of the situation and they made it like that into all of society and brainwashed all of us into being like that. To the point where some of you conscious people right now, quote unquote conscious, whatever you want to call it, some of you on your spiritual growth that has knowledge that sources everything, you might still slip up and say God is He. Like, well, He, and like using the He adjective to deal with God from the brainwashing. When God or source is it's an intelligence, it's a consciousness. It's not nothing that began, it's not nothing that's ending. You know what I'm saying? But to not to go too deep into that though, it's just about going with the flow of your intuition and what it first tells you. Start practicing to listen to that voice, because again, this intuition and this insight coming to us, and the more you ignoring it with your, think about it on the opposite side. This is how I always tell people, you want to see how things work, picture yourself as a spirit guide working with somebody. You know what I'm saying? You a spirit guide working with somebody, and uh oh, I forgot how I was gonna present this. Oh, you a spirit guide working with somebody and they always like crying, spirit guide, could you please talk to me? Spirit guide, could you please talk to me? And you like, all right, cool, I'm gonna start talking to you more. And you start talking. But then as you start talking, you see that the person you're working with keep ignoring the messages you're sending. You're like, damn. So, spirit guides, I can't hear you. Like, and you're sitting there like, damn, like I've been sending you messages. Like, all right, I'm gonna give this another try. And as a spirit guide, you sending down more insights and messages, and all right, maybe they caught one of them, but for the most part, they still can't see them, ignore them, and then they coming back, and like, what is it that y'all don't like me, or what it? And it's like, dude, like I'm sending you, you know what? I'm gonna just stop. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna stop working that hard to do it, cause our spirit guides never necessarily give up on us like that. But now I put it like this: if you give up on your spiritual growth, then then they have no purpose in that moment anymore to a certain extent, except for fighting a demon to regain, you know, whatever demon taking over you. Fight that demon to help you, raise back up. But for the most part, they're not gonna leave us stranded like that. But they kind of back off after you keep, ignoring the messages, and then you asking for the message, then you ignoring the message, and then you asking for a message, then you ignoring the message, and it's like, cause source get like that too. It's like, all right, like I'm trying, so you obviously, not getting it or don't want to get, something is going on, but just just to overstand that you gotta take heed to the omens and really pay attention to these insights and really use them. That's how you strengthen your muscle. Like when you go in the gym and you're picking up, well, trusting your intuition is like it's a psychic muscle that you're working, and it gets stronger the more and more you trust it and follow it. So stop letting your logic hop into like where you got the answer straight up, bam, and then the logic come in. Well, let me think of ways to see if it could be some other kind of way. It's like, nah, like you just got the straight up answer. Like, right there. Like, why would you deter from that? Unless you're insane. Matter of fact, you could just anything that you see that is insane in your habits and your way of living, 9 times out of 10 is from your ego, and it's something that you might want to change up or uh, switch out of your habits or whatever the case may be. But that's basically it, just trusting the intuition, and don't be scared. Like, again, though, that's the most important thing. It's like, well, you have your friends, you have people, and I always got this expression, man. I always live by it. A mouth will tell you anything. People gonna talk and this and that. Oh man, that's some nice jewelry. I want to buy one tomorrow. you know, like mouth, whether in good, whether it's in good spirits or whatever. But a mouth could be a mouth. You know what I'm saying? It could just be hot air flowing out of it, and that's it. So you just gotta peep what your intuition picks up off of people and what your intuition, cause like when people talk too, like if I do listen to the words, I'm still not listening to the actual words you're saying. I'm paraphrasing what you're saying with the vibration you're giving off. So you know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to think of an example. All right, a person like, oh man, I'm looking out for you, man. I got this great deal, this and that, man. If you just this and that, all right. I hear your words talking about you're trying to help me, but I feel your vibration being all gimmicky, like you're trying to sell me something. You know what I'm saying? Like you're trying to persuade me. And matter of fact, for sure, like whether just conscious, I know sometimes a little bit for sure with the Capricorn vibration, but just consciousness is like, bruh, quit insulting my intelligence, like trying to sell me, like on simple things. Like I'm smarter than that. Like you cannot make this object sound shiny and tight and like I'm a little kid. Like, oh, now I want to buy it. Like, nah, I'm past that. Like that type of marketing. That's why I cut people short when they getting all that sales. And it's like I get straight to the point, please, or you'll make me just not consider it at all. You know what I'm saying? But that's the point of the mouth like, oh yeah, man, I'll take care of you, man. Oh man, I got a little boat, this and that, and it's like it's sounding good verbally, they're making it, but their vibration is coming off like they got some type of deal. Or matter of fact, as a catch to it, well, yeah, they're gonna give you the boat, but it's also to help them try to do something else that there's a catch to, and you gotta wait on. You could feel that in somebody talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, and like I tell people, mouth will tell you anything. I'm reading your vibrations. Like in most cases, that's why I don't even like. I hear people, but I'm feeling them as much as I'm listening to them, you know, and that's very key. But again, I think that's it. Follow the intuition, man. I don't care if it's Granny. You walk by Granny and something tell you, man, she got a knife behind her back and she's about to stab. I'm just being facetious and crazy, but just to let you know to the extent though, like trust your intuition. Your intuition is connected to something that is way smarter than any ego of a human being, and that goes for the ego of yourself too. So when your own ego or logic and mouth try to tell you something, your intuition, your inner guidance has way much more sight and vision over your situations, and is connected way closer and way more to the omnipresence of source. You know what I'm saying? So when those thoughts and those intuitive insights come in, it would be best for you not to ignore it because it's coming from somewhere, a real trustable source, a real truthful and trustable source. So, with that being said, like, because in certain situations too, I had situations where I knew I was being vamped by people who close to me, and I'm like, all right, is this, actually them or what it is? But like in most cases, like my intuition, like whether no matter if it's an entity over them or they conscious, you need to move away from that. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what you gotta do. But you gotta trust your intuition. You gotta trust, your own guidance system. a mouth and a logic and your right and your left brain to tell you anything. It's about your true inner guidance, that intuition, you know. But that's basically it. Peace. Bang. Happy. Nah. That's basically it. I just try to make sure, make sure I got every. Just stay out of that logic, you know what I'm saying? It's alright to consciously use your logic if you're consciously aware of something that you logically need to analyze. Cool. But when you got the flow of intuitive voices, when you got the flow of intuition, when you got the high vibrations and the spirit guides and the ancestors right there with you, giving you insight, and then then you come with your own egotistical left brain situation. It's like, bro, nah, like that's your humanity. Like, why trust your humanity over something that could see and connect it with everything? Like, it doesn't make sense. Back to insanity, you know what I'm saying? Like, it just doesn't make sense. But peace again. Happy now. Now is the vibrate. Not too far in the future. Not too far in the past. Right now.